everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Pluto of Pluto's Muse. I'm very excited to speak to you today. Like always, this is going to be a pick a card around what makes you a unicorn. Okay, so recently I've just been getting haunted by unicorn media, people talking about unicorns, unicorn related things. And to me, it is a sign, not only from the universe to me, but for everybody, that there is something very significant and unique about the collective at this time individually. All right. Everybody is stepping into their own. Everybody is starting to become more and more authentic day by day. And this reading, I wanted to highlight what it is that makes you different, right? What makes you unique, one of one amongst the people that other people have came into contact with. Okay, so we have 4 piles to choose from today. Also, if you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells before the video even starts, before we even get into it. Go ahead, like that video. Go ahead, like that video. Go ahead, subscribe to the video. And if you like the vibe, if the reading resonates, please, I would love to hear the feedback. Check out my other social medias, book personal readings with me for a later date or whenever you feel like you need it. And yes, let's get into the pile. So today you have 4 options. The first pile is going to be Caribbean Calcite Star. All right, so the first pile is the Caribbean Calcite Star. And of course, all piles will have channeled songs as well. Check the description box for your channeled songs that go with your unicorn energy. The second pile is Honey Calcite Sphere. This Honey Calcite Sphere is pile 2. Ooh. Pile 2. Okay. Pile 3 is the Golden Healer. All right. Also, shout out to one of my followers that commented on a pick a card about what this crystal was. I actually did not know the name. And I love Golden Healer. I love that name. And I actually love that crystal. But for some reason, I just did not know what this crystal was named. But some of you guys need to know this. That may be relevant to this pile. So Golden Healer is the name of this pile or this crystal. And then last but not least, for pile 4, it is the Flower Agate heart. So you had a Golden Healer heart and a Flower Agate heart for pile 4. All right. So go ahead and take a second to choose your pile. Look how pile 2 is rolling. Go ahead and take a second to choose your pile, and then we'll get started. All right, pile 1, you are the Caribbean Calcite Star. This is going to be your reading for what makes you a unicorn. So off the bat, numbers that may be significant: 9. All right, so you could be a Virgo or a Libra. You also have 17. You could be a Leo or what's August? Leo or Virgo, heavy on the Virgo. You actually have 2 8s here. 88 may be significant. Somebody could be born in 88. So yes, Leo, Virgo, Libra. I'm also getting 4. Somebody in this pile could be 31. 4 is also April, so that is Taurus and Aries. And then you also have the Magician, which is Gemini, Virgo, Aries. You have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with this Knight of Pentacles, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with this Queen of Cups. I was going to say, off of the Caribbean Calcite alone, I was definitely getting water sign vibes. All right, so some of you guys could definitely be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or you have a significant water placement. If not, though, this is just the energy you come off with. Now, what makes you a unicorn? Pile 1. First off, pile 1, I feel like whether you know it or not, you definitely are a source of peace for a lot of people, and it's possibly because you protect your own. All right, it's a weird dichotomy in your energy where it's kind of like there's something about you that's very protective, but there's also something about you that holds space for other people. A lot of people feel protected by you. A lot of people feel like you have good intentions. A lot of people also don't feel like you come from this planet. They don't feel like there's anybody else like you. Even with this card, universe, we're all just stardust. This came up in reverse. I feel like it came up in reverse because they're like, nah, like you're not just stardust. They don't know what you are. All right. I feel like people may view you as a bit like alien-esque, very magical. Something about you is very otherworldly. You even have Callie Ma. Alright, some of you guys may have Callie in your name. Some of you guys like Callie, the rapper. I believe one of the other piles actually got Callie as a song option, so you may choose that pile as well. I'm also getting something here too where it's like something about your energy is so transformative, heavy on the Scorpio vibes. Alright, heavy on the fire sign energy as well, but something really heavily transformative about your energy. A lot of people may recognize you for being very spiritual. All right. Or there's something about you transforming a lot. You could have gone through multiple phases in your life where you've just changed, after a hard time or after a significant period of hardship, you come out on the other end, a whole nother person and a better version of yourself at that. I also get to that something that makes you a unicorn is your ability to focus on what it is that you want, put your attention on what it is that you feel like you need. You could be a Sagittarius. I feel like a lot of people also like the way that you're attentive with them. Many people have not had somebody be as attentive or, people who are willing to take their time. I feel like you guys are the type of people that are willing to take your time with the people that you care about. Or you just take your time with yourself. There's something really significant here too about taking your time in regards to sex as well. I feel like a lot of you guys may take your time when it comes to having sex with people, or maybe people are shocked by the amount of people you have had sex with. Like, I'm not getting that it's a lot of people. I feel like this is a power where it's like maybe you come off very sexy, very open, very attractive, very mysterious, very magnetic, right? You come off like the type of person that could attract anybody that you want, but you may not have been entertaining these people. I feel like you take your time so much, maybe take some time to build an emotional connection with people that a lot of times you may not actually get the chance to sleep with them. Okay? And that makes you a unicorn. That's actually a very positive energy to have. And no shame if you have had sex with a lot of people. I feel like people are surprised when you don't want to sleep with them. All right? Or like they're surprised to know that you aren't sleeping with people. Like, some of you guys could be celibate right now. If you told somebody like, oh yeah, I've been celibate, they would be shocked. They would be absolutely shocked. I feel like there's a lot of people from your past that feel like you taught them something. All right. You're very transformative when you come into people's lives. A lot of people have learned how to, sorry, I think I knocked you. A lot of people have learned how to slow down being in your presence. There's something about you that makes people want to take their time. Some of you guys have really beautiful hair. You could have curly hair. You could have a different color hair, something bright, something vibrant. You may be somebody that changes your hair a lot, or there's something significant about your hair, right? I feel like a lot of people want to get lost in your hair too. Like, they want to touch it, they want to comb it or brush it, or if you don't have hair, people are just like, wow, like, I love your head. Something about your hair, though, is very significant. So even if you used to have hair, but you don't have it anymore, like, people paid attention to the hair. Sorry, I hope you can't hear that trash truck in the background. Anyway, you see these two fish up here? You see these? Oh my God. You see these two fish up here? Pisces energy. All right. Some of you guys are definitely Pisces. There's something very dreamy about you. I feel like people are also shocked by your ability to get them caught up in your world. All right, because you may be somebody that does protect your energy. When they do get into your space, when they do get into your atmosphere, these people feel like they've been put into a whole nother dimension, is what I'm picking up on. Like, a lot of people, they don't forget you. They do not forget you. You're very unforgettable. I also get too, you got my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. A lot of people are shocked by how peaceful your life is because, I think a lot of people assume that with everything that you've been through, you would have had more tragic experiences in your outside world. But I feel like you are someone that has a strong capability of transmuting energy. And I feel like you've been able to take what it is that you've been through and process it so that your outer experiences are different from what it is that you may have felt emotionally. Yeah. I also get to your nails may be significant. If you're a masculine, you may have really beautiful hands. All right. Some of you guys actually paint your nails if you are a masculine. If you're not a masculine, as a feminine, a lot of people really love your nails. Okay, people really love your hands, your nails. You may do something with your hands. You may do makeup. You may cook. You may be a masseuse or an esthetician. You may be somebody that, like, look at all these hands. A lot of you guys have healing hands. Yeah, a lot of you guys have healing hands. I also get to, a lot of you may have traveled. All right, some of you guys have traveled a lot, or some of you guys have gone different places. You may have even traveled alone at some point in time, or this is something you've talked about with people, whether you're a masculine or a feminine. And I really get the vibe here that people are like, I've never met anybody who has done that before. Or you're the type of person that goes out on, dates by yourself. You know, like you may be the type of person that would, take a day to yourself and do self-care. I feel like a lot of people are shocked by how much you love yourself. This is very unique to you. Some of you are also older in this pile. You don't have to be. If you're not old, you just have a very old soul. But some of you are definitely older in this pile, especially with this druid energy. I feel like if you are older, people are like, wow, like you are so wise, so strong, so kind. Like, I feel like people would assume that you would be harsher in regards to what it is that you've been through. And I feel like instead of you being somebody that people have to be afraid of or anything like that, you guys are actually like elders. Like, you guys are teaching other people what it is that you've learned. And they end up walking away with something to move forward with. But I get a strong energy here that something that really sets you apart from other people is also the fact that you are very diligent when it comes to what you want to manifest. And if you really want something, you get that thing. You have no problem with taking your time. You have no problem with going slow. Again, whether it's a relationship or a job or a business venture or a goal you have. Maybe you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, grow your hair like this guy, grow your hair. Something about that hair. Some of you guys may have really long hair. Some of you guys have had really long hair in the past. Some of you guys just put a lot of time into even getting ready. All right. Some people may really view you as the type that puts a lot of time into getting ready, maybe to the point where you take a long time. Some of you guys may take a long time to get ready. And if that is the case, I feel like people are, they view that as being very unique. Like every time they see you, I hate all these extra noises. I feel like every time they see you, regardless of whether you're going out or not, people know that you've taken time to get yourself together. Like you look like the type of person that takes your time, is what I'm picking up on. People may also be surprised by your athleticism. All right, some of you guys are athletes, or some of you guys would be really good athletes, or some of you guys just look really athletic. You could be really into soccer, football, basketball, or this is what people remember you for, or track and things like that. I'm also getting archery. Or maybe if you don't do that now, people remember this about you, or you could bring this up to people and they're like, wow, I never knew anybody that played badminton, like something random. Somebody's like, I never knew that you learned calligraphy or you crocheted. Like there's something about you that's very unique. I didn't know that you were really good at geometry or that you have a degree. Some of you guys have a degree and people don't know that you have a degree, or that you took a certain course, or that you were really into something growing up. Yeah, I feel like people just don't know that you're multi-talented, especially with this Kalima and all these arms. Like some of you guys have many talents. You may not tell everybody your talents. Yeah, but I think that you do. Even if you haven't explored these talents yet, I feel like people are shocked. They're like, wow, I didn't know you ran track, or I didn't know that you did tarot. Some people may not know that you're into tarot. But what they definitely know is that you're not like everybody else. Even though people would like to feel like they can fully relate to you, there's something about you that is relatable, but then there's other parts of you that are like very otherworldly, very dreamy, very hard to forget. There could be an air sign from your past that cannot forget you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If somebody has a strong Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placement, this person could be trying to manifest you. This is a side note. Some of you guys have somebody that's trying to manifest you, your attention, or something like that. Or if you've been trying to manifest somebody, this person definitely is paying attention to you. You have the capability of doing this. But yeah, that's all that I think I can get from this pile. Oh, also with that Caribbean calcite, some of you guys, like I said, may travel. You may have traveled to the Caribbean. You may actually be from some sort of specific culture, and people really like that. People view that as being really unique. You may literally be an alien, like an immigrant with whatever country you're in. You may be from a different culture, different country, and I feel like people are like, wow, you're the first person I've met from there, or you are the closest person that I've met from there. Like, I've never met somebody from where you're from. Maybe you go to other states. Look, I keep going. Maybe you go to other states, and when you meet people, people are like, oh, I never met somebody from there, or yeah, I know about that place, but I've never been there. Something about you is just different, Pal One. All right, but I feel like people never forget you. Yes. All right, so that is all that I have. I hope you enjoyed this message. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if it resonated. Comment down below if there's anything that you'd like to share. I'd love to listen. And yeah, that's all that I have for this pile. So I hope you have a great day. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. All right, pile 2. Pile 2. This is going to be the honey calcite pile. Honey calcite sphere. All right, something about the word sphere. Something about it is just really doing it for me right now. But what is it about you guys that is, different from others? What makes you a unicorn? Wow. The sphere will not stay still. I feel like this is significant. This is symbolic. Some of you guys do not know how to stay still. In fact, that is one of the oracles that came up for you. Be still. It came up in reverse. Some of you guys are redheads in this pile. All right. First off, number-wise, you could be born on the 4th or born in April. You could be a Taurus or an Aries. I'm also getting 11 here, so you could be a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. You also have 23. Some of you guys are born on the 11th, by the way. Some of you guys are also born on the 23rd, or you are 23. You could be a Taurus or a Gemini with the 5th or 5 for May. You also have Scorpio and Aries out here again. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo in particular. So with this pile, first off, this is the only pile that actually got the unicorn. You're such a unicorn, pile 2. And this says you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Pile 2, you are such a unicorn. Like, you are somebody that, I'm hearing I could do what I want. Yeah, I'm a big girl now. I feel like some of you guys are definitely like, regardless of whether you're a masculine or a feminine, some of you guys are like, this is me. Take it or leave it. It's a very, like this card, it's a very stand your ground type of energy. Some of you in this pile have very great boundaries. This is what makes you a unicorn. You have no issue with standing up for yourself, or, maintaining a boundary or a standard. You even got that in, your music. You actually got a song by Callie, and I brought up Callie in pile 1. You may have resonated with pile 1. But there's something here about you being able to, maintain your standards, not folding on what it is you feel you deserve. And this actually makes you very much so a unicorn. A lot of people who you come into contact with may not have been with people who believe they deserve what they wanted. And it's very funny too, because you got this card that says complicated in reverse. I feel like you're not complicated. If people view you as being very complicated, you're actually not. You're actually not. You actually don't make things complicated either. Like, you mean what you say, and you say what you mean. Whoever chose this pile, I feel like a lot of people may assume, maybe off of how you look or how you come off. Some of you guys may come off very high maintenance. I'm also getting some of you guys own your own business. All right, the people who chose this pile, you could be a business owner, or you're just very successful in whatever career field that you're in. And I feel like for some reason people view you as being complicated, but you actually aren't. So when they meet you, like, there's something about misunderstandings. The initial view of you, they're like, this woman's probably complicated, or this man is definitely, hard to tame, very complex. I feel like you are, but if they actually got to know you, they would realize that you're pretty simple when it comes to what you want. Some people also view you as being a unicorn because, first off, I definitely believe you're a star seed in this pile. All right, some of you definitely connect to certain constellations or, star groups. You're definitely connected to the other realms. All right, and I definitely got that in the other pile as well. You could be a literal alien. You could be connected to aliens, but a literal alien in the sense that you're not from whatever country you're in. You could be an immigrant or just a foreigner. There's something very foreign about you from the people around you, and people love this. But I also get the vibe here too, where it's like, the thing that's unique about you is your ability to move around a lot, but also prioritize rest when needed. Some of you have really beautiful eyes. Either the color is really unique or something about your eyes are very standout. People never forget your eyes. I also get to with this card, your intuition. People never forget your intuition. Your intuition is very on point. Some of you guys could also be psychics or mediums or just very in tune, very empathetic in this pile. It says, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Yeah. I get a vibe here where it's like a lot of you have an adventurous spirit. You really have a strong connection to the divine, to the point where, especially with this Tower card, to the point where you've experienced or initiated some very divinely guided endings in your life. And I feel like people are shocked by how you've been able to allow things to crumble, or how you've been able to, take an idea, do the idea, and succeed in it. This is giving me Fool card energy. Some of you guys are definitely Aquariuses or Aries. You know how to take a risk and succeed. I love that. I'm also getting to, a lot of people know or recognize that you're very connected to your spirit guides. You are. You're very divinely guided. You're very connected. If you're seeing any feathers, anything like that, there's definitely an energy here of you getting messages from your guides, whether it's through animals or through actual symbolism and things like that. I also pick up on the fact that a lot of people, when a lot of people meet you, besides the fact that they're inspired to feel like there are no limits to what they can achieve, there's also something here where it's like people want to be with you. Like, when they meet you, they want to be your friend. They want to be your lover, because there's something about you that makes them feel like because you don't have limits, they won't have limits either. Some of you could be in the LGBTQ. You don't have to be. But that little bit of rainbow right there is popping out. I'm also getting there's something very childlike about your energy. A lot of people feel like you have kept your inner child alive and well. Maybe you crack a lot of jokes. Maybe you're very funny. Or maybe they just know that you're on the chase of finding your true fulfillment. Right? Yeah, you could be a fire sign. Some of you guys are like single and happy. You're like not trying to settle down. You're very focused on your business. You're very focused on your friendships. All right. You're very focused on your individual stability. Some of you could have a very unique pet as well. You don't have to. But there's something here about pets, or maybe you're somebody that wants a very unique pet. You could have like a literal bird. I feel like you're connected to birds in this pile. Some of you are also very like hard workers. All right, regardless of whatever field that you're in, a lot of people view you as being very diligent, very good at working, also very mystical. Something about you is very mystical. You could be somebody that works with the moon phases. You could be somebody that manifests. You could be somebody that talks about very metaphysical things and spiritual topics or healing topics. I was going to say astral projection. I don't know what the hell that is. Astral projection. A lot of you guys may come into other people's sleep. You like their dream states and talk to them, or you dream a lot. People recognize this as being unique. Maybe you're around people who don't dream a lot. This could even be daydream. Like some of you guys have very creative minds. So there's something about you that, you know, like other people can't get ideas as quickly as you. This is giving me very Gemini type of vibes. Like some of you guys are very creative. Very, you know, thought provoking. Like you know how to hold a conversation, things like that. Or if something was brought up to where like you had to think of an idea, like let's say you guys are out, okay? I'm getting like a friend group for some reason. Let's say you're out with your friends and they're like, well, where do we go? Where should we go? I feel like you would know where to go. Like you're the person that's like, I got a spot. Or you're the person that's like, I found the restaurant. Like you know what it is that you want to do. I also get to like a real solution oriented type of energy in this pile as well with this whole limitless thing. I feel like a lot of you guys are also like the type of person where if you are, you know, if somebody comes to you and they have an issue, you are able to find a solution. All right. Even if you feel like you're not the type that always has the answer, a lot of people feel like you do have the answer. Especially when it comes to what you want to do. There's a lot of times where I feel like people may assume that you don't know where you're headed and you end up right exactly where you need to be, which is very exciting. Something's going on with this lady's hips too. I feel like people really like your body. All right. There's something very unique about your body, something really unique about your hair, your limbs, your legs, your arms. People really love your body, whether you know that or not, male or female. But there's something about the feminine here. You're very elegant. All right. You could be an artist as well. I'm picking up on artsy energy. Like somebody here could be very creative, maybe very fashion oriented. Also, this card came up in reverse. It says confidence. It comes with time and practice. Now, two things from this card. I don't really get an insecure vibe from this pile. So one of two things. Either at some point in time, you may have been a bit insecure. Right? Or maybe there's periods of time where you do show that you have some form of insecurities, or you've been through things where you were more insecure in your life. And I feel like people are like shocked by the fact that you've ever had an insecure phase. Because there is something about your energy that is very confident, very self-assured, very focused on your happiness. And I feel like that's something that comes with confidence. Now, the opposite of that though, like besides you possibly having insecurities that people pick up on that they're like shocked that you have, which makes you a unicorn, there's also something here coming up where it's like some of you guys, because it says confidence, it comes with time and practice. I feel like some of you guys are naturally confident. Like on the complete opposite end, some of you guys are so confident that it's like people ask you, how did you get so confident, or what is it that you do? And I feel like you don't even know. Like you may have been born that way. You don't even know why you're confident. You're like, I just love myself. I've always loved myself. You know, or why did I wear this outfit? I don't know. I just love this outfit. Like, I feel like you do things that may seem scary to other people that, you know, to you is just like, I gotta do it. Or, you know, this is adventurous to me. Like, there's also something here too. I'm getting air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I feel like also like this is even too giving me adventurous things. Like besides just taking risks in your career and winning with that treasure chest, I also get a vibe here too where it's like if somebody asks you to bungee jump, you're bungee jumping. If somebody wanted to go deep sea diving, you're deep sea diving. Like, they feel like you're the type of person that would be willing to go. If somebody's like, let's just go out and party in this other country, you would be like, yeah. Like, I feel like you're down for whatever. All right? You're very adventurous to a lot of people, whether you know this or not. A lot of people feel like when things get weird or unpredictable, you thrive. Also, with this honey calcite, it's funny because on one side of this, it's nicked. I know, it makes me sad. For somebody in here sad because this is nicked. I know. But I feel like this is symbolic. All right. Some of you guys are very beautiful people, but you've been through a lot that people can't see. People can't see what you've been through. You don't show up in the world looking like what you've been through. And that's why I get to with this whole insecurity thing. There may be people that can't even imagine you settling. Like, my God, like maybe there's periods of times where you've settled or you've been in relationships where you've been devalued or unappreciated. And I feel like people are shocked to hear that you've even gone through that, because something about you is so sweet, you know, like honey, so sweet, so warm, so kind. Your energy is very kind. I'm even hearing addictive. Something about your energy is very addictive. People love to be around you. Yeah. You have a very open heart space. When you really love people, you love people hard. And I feel like this is something that a lot of people don't expect from you. But when they see it like come from you, they're like, wow, this is like the most unique experience I've ever had, emotional experience I've ever had. But yeah, I feel like something about you is very fearless, very strong, very divine, very adventurous, very courageous. And a lot of people admire you. Very much so. Some of you like wearing white as well, or people like when you wear white or dresses, or if not that, like it could even be a masculine. Like masculines, people love when you wear white. I know that's random. But that's what I'm picking up on. Okay, so I hope that made sense. If you enjoyed this pile, if it resonated at all, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment on what resonated or what was, fun about this reading, anything like that. I appreciate you. Also, book a personal reading with me. My information is down below. If you ever need me, I am here for you, for further assistance, guidance, things like that. And I think that's all that I have. Oh, also check the description box below for the channel songs. And that is where you'll get the extra messages or extra energy regarding how people may view you. So yes, this is all I have. I'll talk to you guys later, Pal 2. Thank you so much. Hi, Pal 3. You chose the Golden Healer Heart. All right. And this is going to be your pile for what makes you a unicorn. Golden Healer off the bat, I feel like you guys are definitely healers. However, there's a very interesting energy in this pile. All right. Out of all the piles, this is the, and don't take this in a negative way, because I don't take this in a negative way. I'm somebody that completely embraces both their light and darker attributes, but there's something very shadowy about your energy. All right, you are definitely a unicorn to a lot of people, but I feel like a lot of people view you as being like a heartbreaker or a wounded healer. Like there's definitely wounding in your energy, but not like they're picking up on you being sad. If anything, there's something here where it's like, even though you've been wounded, or even though you may have been through significant situations with people, may have even wounded other people, a lot of people feel like you keep it moving. Like something about your energy is very like, because you got a couple cards out here that in the upright, I would feel like you're closed off, but you're actually not closed off. You're actually a very open person. All right. Even if you're not open to everybody, when people meet you, they're like, wow, this person's so open. Like this person is so open to being loved even, or loving other people. Like you're willing to be around people. But I feel like also people pick up on a tinge of like the fact that you're never fulfilled. Okay. So it's not that this is a super negative thing, but I do pick up on a vibe where it's like people feel like you always believe there's something better. All right. Like you're willing to venture off into the unknown because you always feel like there's something better. Not only that, I feel like this is why people are picking up on this whole like wounded energy, but you keep it pushing type of vibe. So it's not that you're wounded and you stay wounded. Maybe in the past you did have a very wounded past. For some reason too, I really pick up on a masculine energy in this pile. You don't have to be a masculine, but some of you guys definitely are. If you're not a masculine, you could have been a feminine that operated in a more masculine energy in the past. Also, let me give the numbers. Some of you guys could be 22, or 22 is significant for you. This could be a 4. You could be born on the 22nd, or 4 is significant. So April, you could be a Taurus or an Aries. You also have 20. All right. So some of you guys could also be born on the 20th. Some of you are also Aquariuses or Pisces, because that's February. You also have 37. Some of you guys could be 37, and that is 10. So that could be Scorpio or Libra energy. Also, you have 25, and that could be your age, or you're born on the 25th, or some of you guys are born on the 7th, or the 7th month, and that is July, and that is Leo and Cancer. I'm also getting Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer heavy. Fire is in my God, fire energy is here as well. So yeah, fire energy is here as well. So Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Now, what makes you a unicorn? So this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but some of you guys don't drink. All right, you stop drinking. People are shocked when they find out that you don't drink. Yeah. Like some of you guys are not drinkers. Even if you're in this moody space, maybe you guys used to drink. Like I get a weird vibe where it's like you could have used to have been one way and now you're not that way. Or this is just how you've always been. For those of you that do drink though, that doesn't apply to you, but I'm also getting some of you guys are very like people oriented people, but you also really focus on yourself. Like maybe this is like the energy around your family. You may be the black sheep of your family, whoever I'm talking to. Because I feel like you fit in, but you fit in because you choose to fit in. Some of you guys are shapeshifters. You know how to adapt with people. Like there's this weird vibe where I kind of get that you connect with people, but you're not always connected. You feel me? Like there's something about you being a bit disconnected from people, and they feel like that's very unique. Like maybe a lot of people like you and want to be around you and you're willing to be around them, but people may not really fully know you, is what I'm getting. But it's funny because even for the people that don't really fully know you, there's like this energy here where you love other people and you're willing for them to, you're open to them loving you. Like you're not closed off, but you're definitely secretive. All right. I also get to a lot of you guys don't tend to ground yourself, or there's something about you not grounding connections in this pile. Like, you don't stay long. You don't stay long. It's giving me like Papa was a Rolling Stone vibes. Not saying that this is who you are, but it's giving that. Like something about you is like, I'm not going to be here for long. But you still are going to be there. Like you're going to be there, but you're not going to be there for long. This is giving me too, like maybe you go to a party and people are like, hey, are you going to, are you going to go to the after party? You're like, I might. Like you might come, you might not go. You might even show up and nobody invited you. People are like, damn, and they're excited to see you, but it's like still something about your energy closed off. I feel like people also view you very unique because they know that you're willing to, like I said, embrace an ending. You have no issue with allowing people to kind of leave your life or come into your life, or you leave their life. Like there's something very like disconnected. This is giving me a very airy energy, even though there's not a lot of air energy out here. Somebody in here is very like, cerebral. Yeah. Like somebody thinks a lot. Somebody in this pile thinks a lot. But it's funny because like I said, even though there's some sort of disconnect to you, I feel like there's also some level of emotional, like emotionality. Like people can pick up on the fact that you are actually very emotional, or, you know, emotionally intelligent. Like you can understand people's emotions. You know what I really get? There's like a weird vibe where it's like people can view you as being like, and again, not trying to be shadowy, but I am picking up on shadowy energy in this pile for some reason. Could be because of this moon. Like, I feel like people know that you're a healer with that golden healer, but they also know that you could have been the problem at some point in time. Even if you're like, you know, I never abused anybody, or I never was, you know, super toxic. I mean, we all have toxic moments, so, you know, let's be real. But when it comes down to your energy, there's like a weird vibe here where it's like maybe you weren't toxic in the sense that you were full blown hurting people, but maybe you were a runner. Maybe you ran away from connections, or you've done this to somebody and they remember this. I'm also getting to like a message here where it's like some of you have been codependent. When I said the thing about drinking, some of you guys have been heavily codependent in the past, maybe even a bit manipulative, right? You were holding on to people, like, and manipulative in the sense, like, this is giving me shadowy water sign energy. Manipulative in the sense that you tried to keep people attached to you because you were codependent. All right, you found ways to keep people attached to you. Could even have been through partying and things like that. Like, you're the type of person where people really remember you because they partied with you a lot, but they really never fully got to the core of who you are. And I feel like a lot of people pick up on the fact that, you know, things may run deeper than what you show. All right, your emotions may run deeper, your darkness may run deeper, like your feelings, your pain may run deeper. Even with this card, it says the heart of the matter. Some of you guys are parents, or some of you guys have kids, or some of you guys have like nephews and nieces. When I say have kids, I'm sorry. I mean like nephews and nieces and things that you connect to, or you're connected to children somehow. But your inner child is significant as well. It says there is more going on than meets the eye. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are like, you have way more to you than you actually say. Or you've been through way more than you actually expose. And they feel like that's very unique. Like that's what separates you from the people that they know. Possibly because you're still open. Like even though you've been through a lot, people are like, wow, but she's so open, or he is just still so open. Like, what is that about? I know he's been through a lot, but he doesn't come off like he's sad, or he doesn't come off like he is confused about life right now, or whatever it is. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys have been betrayed by people in the past, or had to start new beginnings after some sort of painful ending, whether it's a passing of someone, or, you know, it's even giving me too, like sometimes you may go through very traumatic events and you just don't, you play it off like it's not that serious. Like you could be the type of person where it's like, yeah, you went through a lot in this family situation, or yeah, you went through a lot with this job, but then it's like, but they'll never hear about it. You know, only the people closest to you will hear about it, or again, nobody. Nobody will hear about it. Nobody knows when you're sad. You know, nobody really knows when you're angry either. You may hide your emotions really well. This makes you unique. But I also get, you know, on a lighter note in this pile, I also pick up on the fact that a lot of people also see that because of what you've been through, like the way that you forgive, even if you walk away from people, I feel like you are forgiving. The way that you forgive people, or the way that you kind of release the resentment and move forward, is very inspiring to a lot of people, because I feel like they recognize that you recognize that they've also been through a lot. Like you're the type of person that's like, yeah, I've been through a lot of things too. I get it. Or when somebody shows you their shadow, you're like, cool, like I have a shadow. You're like, yeah, same. Like somebody does something, you're like, yeah, me too. It's giving like somebody ghosts you, you're like, cool, I ghost people too. Or somebody tries to manipulate you, you're like, yeah, I know how to manipulate. Like there's something going on in this energy where it's like, even though I feel like a lot of people want to be around you or maybe see you as very family oriented, right? Like there's something about you where it's like you're always around your family or you're always around your friends or maybe you're surrounded by people. Like there's a lot of people that want to be around you. You get invited to the party. People are like, ooh, you're the life of the party. There's something in your energy where it's like, even if you're the life of the party or even if you're there and you are, you know, not as protective of your energy, like you're still in a space where you're open to people, it's like whether they know it or not, you still are protecting your energy because you never fully show people what's going on. And this is very unique to you. Like some of you guys could even have like issues going on in a family situation and or a relationship and people wouldn't know. People wouldn't be able to pick up on it because how you show up in the world is you're still loving and still open, but you just don't tell people what you are going through. But I also get a vibe here too where it's like, again, even if you're not telling people what you're going through, I also feel like you know that you deserve more. So even if you're not actually going after it right now, people don't feel like you're going to settle where you are. Like, even with the dark and the light aspects that I'm picking up on, it's not like people are like, wow, this person is set up for failure with all these weird emotions or anything like that. No, it's quite the opposite. I feel like a lot of people feel like you bounce back very well. I think that their biggest concern, though, is like, are you healing? A lot of people are like, are you healing? I also get a lot of people may view you as being like ideal, like their ideal partner, their ideal friend, their ideal lover. But again, it's like, and you're very cooperative. Like when you're in a connection, you're like, yes, I'm holding down the fort. I'm taking care of the kids. I'm doing this with you. We're working on this project. We're in it together. We're in this thing. We're doing this thing. But then there's something about you where it's like, even though we're around each other, I'm never telling you guys how I fully feel. Like people can pick up on that, whether you know that or not. People can pick up on the fact that there's something very mysterious about you, kind of scary, like something that's a little like dark about you. Again, never scares me. I'm not scared of this energy, but I feel like the people around you may be like, you know, is this really who they are? Like some people are like, wow, this is like my dream girl, dream guy. Is this really who they are? And I feel like only you know. Only you know when you're really being yourself. I don't think anybody fully knows when you're being yourself. You know, so maybe that's something that you need to pay attention to. The fact that you do this shape-shifting thing. But I also get to like, it is a gift. You know, you've been able to transform so much because that is a skill. That is a spiritual skill. So I don't think that that's, you know, the most negative of things. But I really do pick up on the vibe where it's like, even though people can view you as very open and warm and forgiving and, you know, kind, there's also an air here of them fully not knowing you. And that's what makes you a unicorn. Like, regardless of how open you are, you're still unreadable. People still don't fully know you. And they still feel like you're full of love. Like, they don't view you as being empty or heartless or anything like that. But I feel like they can't tell what you've been through. They don't know what you're coming from. They don't know what you hide. They don't know if something's wrong. And I feel like that makes you very unique. Because even with them being able to energetically pick up on it, they never can tell. You know, if you're ever wondering if people can view you and they go, this person looks upset. I'm feeling like people can't really pick up on that. They just feel like you move forward, you're on to the next one, you know, you're always thinking, you're never really here to stay. You show up and you show love, but you also disappear and maybe, you know, aren't seen. And they wonder where you are when you aren't seen. They wonder where you are when you end things. When you end connections with people, they're like, well, where did they go? I know they're loving other people. Like they know that you're meeting new people. They know that people want to be around you, but they also don't know, you know, what to feel or how to feel is what I'm getting. You guys may ghost people. Somebody in this pile may ghost people. Or again, when people ghost you, like you aren't fazed. And they're like, did I miss out on my happiness? Or was this person manipulating me? Like, did this person make me fall in love and then disappear? Like, there's a weird vibe in this. There's a weird vibe in this reading, but it's not weird like you're weird. It's just like you could definitely be in your shadow, or you're friends with your shadow, pile 3. You may operate more in your shadow. You could be like a darker masculine, a darker feminine. Something about your energy is very like, again, open but closed. You're not an easy book to read is what I'm picking up on. All right, but you're very passionate. I also feel like people are shocked by the new beginnings you create after the endings you experience. Some of you guys go on breakups, not go on breakups. Some of you guys break up with people and then go on a trip. Some of you guys go through crazy things and then end up like doing something else. Like they see you at a party. They're like, what the hell? Or they see you on a dock somewhere, like you're chilling, like you're in a whole nother state, whole nother country. Yeah. And again, even though they may not understand it, they're definitely in awe. But I feel like a lot of you guys are hard to read, or you've just been through a lot and people can't tell because you're still open. You're still open to meeting people. You're still open to being around people. And this is what makes you a unicorn. All right? So that is all that I have, pile 3. I hope it resonated. And if it did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells for more content when it pops up. Also, check the description box for your channel songs. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all my information is down below. And that is all that I have, pile 3. Thank you. Last but certainly not least, pile 4. You are the flower agate pile. This is going to be your reading for what makes you a unicorn. All right, pile 4. Pile 4, you're very interesting. First off, look at your crystal. Smooth on some sides, but a little jagged, a little damaged, a little hurt. Not saying that you're damaged, but definitely wounded. All right, something about your energy, it kind of reminds me of the last pile, but not really. All right, so if you were drawn to pile 3, you should check it out. It could be another side of you, or it's just something else that makes you very unicorn-esque. But the energy in this pile is definitely different. I feel like there's a significant shift in energy in this pile, though. All right, so for some of you, the numbers that are significant you have are 19. Some of you guys could be 19, or some of you guys are born on the 19th or the 10th. Some of you guys could also be Scorpios or Libras. I'm also getting 3, which is March. You could be born on the 3rd. You could also be a Aries or a Pisces. I'm also seeing 11. So yes, you could be a born on the 11th, born on the 2nd, or Scorpio or Sagittarius in this pile. You also have 49, and that is 10, 11, 12, 13. You could be, again, another 4. Some of you guys are born on the 13th. Some of you guys are also born in April. So that is Taurus and Aries. You also have the 8 of Cups, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. 10 of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Knight of Wands, which is again a Sagittarius, but can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then the 7 of Cups. Heavy water and fire in this pile. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So regardless of what your regardless of what your sign actually is, a lot of you guys are very passionate, very emotional, very creative types of people, whether you know that or not, whether you know that you show up this way or not. But I do feel like a lot of you know that you show up this way. You got 2 cards that came out in this reading that represent the Empress. You guys, you are a big deal. When people come into contact with you, you are divinely feminine. All right. If you are a masculine as well, you could be very divinely masculine, but I really get like a strong feminine energy in this pile. Something about your energy is very nurturing, very beautiful, very fruitful. But even if you are a masculine, like let's say on the opposite end, if you're a divine masculine, some of you guys just have the perfect balance between feminine and masculine energy in this pile, to be quite honest. I feel like there's definitely some level of androgyny. Like this is giving me very pretty woman, but she listens to trap. Or very, very, sexy masculine man, but he can listen to a soft, slow song on occasion. Like he knows how to talk about his feelings and, He knows how to express himself, or, he knows his worth for sure. I feel like it's a mutual thing. Even with the love oracle that came up for you, you have express love through gifts. Some of you guys are great gift givers, but also there's a masculine and a feminine on this card. If you're in a relationship, your partner knows that you're a unicorn. If you've dealt with people in the past, whoever the person that you dealt with, this person knows you're a unicorn. All right? Even if you're not talking to them anymore, I feel like the people that you talk to know that you are one of a kind. They know they cannot find your energy anywhere else, whether they've shown that to you or not. I also get a very interesting energy in this pile. So even though you're a divine feminine or divine masculine, even though you may carry a lot of energy around being very nurturing or fruitful or kind, some of you are even moms, all right, even though you may be a really good mom or really good dad, I really get a strong energy here that you don't have a lot of friends, or you don't spend a lot of time with your friends, all right, which is not, unusual at all. Like, I understand why or what you're doing. I feel like the real reason why you don't spend a lot of time with people, or why you may not have a lot of friends, it's really not because people don't want to be your friend. I feel like a lot of people want to be your friend. A lot of people want to be around you, especially if you're in like the beauty community, or you're just a very beautiful person, or if you're some sort of influencer of some sort, or you're just really exciting. Like, something about your energy is very exciting to people. Some of you travel a lot, or you're on the move. Like, there's something about you moving. You could have moved, or you will be traveling. I'm picking up on something here about like you moving forward. So you could have moved away from somebody, or you are moving, or your energy's shifting. And I feel like what's separating you from the rest is like, even though your energy's shifting, you are happily shifting. Some of you are musicians as well. Dancers. This is giving me like, like you're a loner, but you are hella known. like people are paying attention to you, even if they're not around you. People pay attention to you. Some of you, your name could be Leah. Doesn't have to be. Or you have an L in your name, something like that. I've seen a lot of L's. But yeah, there's something coming up here where it's like, even if you aren't around people, or even if you have lost some friends, or even if you've just never been the type to have a lot of friends, I feel like a lot of people recognize that you have no issue with finding happiness on your own, doing things on your own, spending time alone. This isn't something that you're afraid of. This isn't something that you're, you wouldn't do. A lot of you guys are definitely loners. Like, there's something about your energy where you are okay with being on your own, because you'll get it on your own, is what I feel. Some of you also really care about the planet. All right, people really connect to you because they really love how much you love the ocean or love the beach. You could be a water sign. I'm also picking up something here too where it's like you may fight for certain causes. All right, some of you could be teachers as well, or you help out kids. Like, something about you is very helpful. Also, stand your ground came out on one of the other piles. You may choose that pile, or there's something here about you knowing how to also maintain or set up boundaries with people. Like, you definitely know how to tell people like, nah, like, I'm going to do my own thing, or I'm going to take care of my own needs. A lot of you guys are definitely lone wolves. You like to be alone. It's very alpha type of energy as well, whether you're masculine or feminine. A lot of you guys are very alpha-esque. Like, you'd rather lead than follow. And I feel like people pick up on that and they're like, whoa. Yeah, definitely with these cards too. Like, you'd rather lead than follow. You will take the road less traveled before you follow a road that other people have gone down and didn't find happiness on. I feel like you prioritize your happiness. You prioritize your time, your passions, I feel like you still give back. I feel like you're still very generous. But I even feel like when it comes to your options or who you're around, like, some of you guys have a lot of options. If you're not in a connection right now, one thing that makes you a unicorn is a lot of people want to be with you, but not a lot of people get access to you. So when somebody does get access to you, they're like, yes, like they love this. I get like you guys have like, you got a grip. you got a grip on people. Like, even if you're like an influencer or you're on social media, like you're the type of person where, people are waiting for you to post. Or even if you don't post a lot, like you could, you don't have to have your own platform, but even if you are just on social media, maybe you don't post a lot, but when you do post, people are like, yes, like they love it. Even if you're a masculine, people are like, yes. Like some of you guys, I'm hearing that some of you guys are musicians. When you drop music, if you don't drop music often, when you do decide to drop it, people are like, yes, like that's what I've been waiting for. That's what I wanted. Like, or when you take a picture, they're like, yes, like I've been waiting for these pictures. Like you're slaying in these pictures. Like there's something about your energy where, because of the amount of, like, because of your pull on people, like the way you pull away from people, when you do present yourself, you're very magnetic. You're very attractive. I feel like a lot of people want to be around you. And again, they don't get the opportunity to be. Because I feel like whatever you do in your alone time, you really do it for your spiritual growth. A lot of you are very wise in this pile. Very wise. A lot of people may want to come to you for advice, or they feel like you've gained a lot of wisdom through what it is you've been through. Also, in this woman's face, like she's kind of sad. That's why I said this kind of reminds me of that last pile. Even though she is the Empress, I feel like some of you guys may have, a lot of you guys you don't look like what you've been through. Yes. You don't look like what you've been through in this pile. Because when people talk about you not spending time with your friends, why don't you spend time with people? What type of experiences have you had? I feel like people don't ask that. People don't, some people may question, like, what happened? Like, did you have bad experiences? Were you bullied? Or, what's going on? And I feel like a lot of you guys may have. A lot of you may have had some really significant experiences with friendships in the past. Maybe you overgave or overextended yourself and people didn't meet that energy. Or you've had people that were jealous of you, especially with the express love through gifts. Some of you guys are very generous people. And maybe you haven't been around a lot of people who have matched that energy with you. So some of you have just decided to be on your own. Yeah. Some of you also have a really beautiful dog. You don't have to, but I'm picking up on that dog on the top. I mean, it's a wolf, but it's giving me like husky vibes. Some of you guys love huskies, or you have a really cute dog. People love your dog. Something like that. What makes you a unicorn is that you have a dog. You love your pet. Maybe your pet has lived for a very long time. People are like, wow, your pet has lived so long. I'm getting, yeah. Like, there's something here about pets or something like that. Maybe very unique pets. Maybe you have very unique pets. I'm also getting like snakes, owls. I don't know if you can have a pet owl. Buffalo, horse, bats even. Maybe you really connect with animals. Some of you also really love nature. I feel like you like to be outside. This is very unique to you. Maybe a lot of people are shocked by you wanting to be outside or how connected you are to nature. They don't expect you to be this way. I'm even getting some of you guys surprise people because you know how to swim. All right, maybe people don't know how to swim. Maybe people don't know how to swim around you. And then when you swim, they're like, wow, you know how to swim? They love that. Or if you don't know how to swim, they're like, whoa, you don't know how to swim? Like there's something like that. What else can I pick up on? I'm also picking up on artist vibes as well in this pile. So regardless of what type of form of art you do, whether it is music, painting, fashion, writing, cooking, hair, nails, I do get that there's something about you that is very artistic and people really love this about you. Yeah, people really love how creative you are. This could really be fashion. Like, even if you're not intentionally, I mean, I would recommend that whoever's in this pile, you may want to start a blog. If you don't already have a blog or a platform where you share what it is that how you operate in the world or how you show up, I feel like people would really enjoy your energy. You don't have to be, interacting with these people all the time. It's like you can just be in your own bubble and post how you need to, or this is what you do. Some of you guys are influencers. You may not have a lot of friends, but it's like a lot of people see you and admire you and love who you are. And they know that you will enjoy your time alone, but they also know that they should just let you be or something like that. Yeah. I also get, like I said, you guys have a lot of options in friendship and love, whether you know this or not. A lot of people want to be around you, but I don't feel like you're easy to tame. I don't feel like you're easy to tie down, and this is why people don't get a chance to, build a bond with you. But I definitely feel like people know that if they're around you, there's a benefit, right? So also protect your energy, because I feel like people can pick up on the fact that they'll benefit from being around you. Whether it's just you giving them gifts, you giving them money, you cooking for them, making them look good. I'm also getting that you make other people look good. Like, because you have a good reputation, because you're seen as a good person, when other people are around you, you make these people look good or something like that. So watch out for that as well. There could be people around you that aren't really that great. Maybe this is what you've learned. You've had friends around you that weren't really that great. And I feel like you needed to separate yourself in order for you to, detach from whatever type of stigma those people carried. Or those relationships. This could even be relationship wise. I feel like a lot of you guys are willing to put in the work as well. Like, when it comes down to what it is that you want, a lot of you are willing to put in the work when it comes to what you are passionate about. Or even in relationships, you are a slow and steady lover. I mean, even if it's fast, like if things move fast, you are in it for the long haul. And it's funny because even with that Knight of Wands energy, like, you may be hard to tie down, but when they tie you down, like when somebody actually does get the chance to be with you, I feel like you're in it for life. You know why? Because you don't care whether you're alone or with them. You are comfortable on your own. Whoever this is, I feel like a lot of you guys are willing to be happy on your own. You don't really have a wandering eye. Even with all the options you have, you don't really wander. Yeah, if anything, you just like to party. Okay, like maybe you just like to be around your friends or your family, or you just like to go out. Some of you guys have like one specific friend that you hang out with. You may not have a lot, or a specific family member that you hang out with. Yeah. Anything else? Something about food. I keep hearing something about food. So either you guys make really good food, or you have really great taste in food. You could be really picky as well. Some of you guys could be picky. All right. It could be either or. Some of you guys are either very adventurous with food, or some of you guys are really picky about food. And this is very unique to you. Like, maybe not many people have this type of energy, but you're somebody that's like very particular about your food. You could be vegan, vegetarian, you could be a carnivore, whatever it is. I'm getting that whatever it is that you eat, there's something unique about what you eat. Some of you guys really like oysters or sea crustaceans. You like crabs and things like that. Some of you guys really love fruit. If not, there's also something here too where it's like spicy. Some of you guys like spicy, or maybe you just don't like spicy at all. Something like that. Something very interesting about how you eat food or what you eat is coming up. Maybe people really admire what you eat, or people have seen you eat things that they've never seen anybody else eat. So they're like, wow, like, you're so unique. But yeah, this is all that I'm getting. This is all that I'm getting. And I'm definitely getting too, again, this doesn't have to be a feminine pile, but it's a strong feminine energy in this pile. So even if you are masculine and you are a divine masculine, there's something about your energy where it's like, you know how to fall into your feminine when needed. You know how to sit back and, either show love or allow yourself to be loved. And I feel like people view this as being very unique. All right. So This is all that I have. I hope this message made sense. If it did resonate or if you enjoyed the message, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells for more content in the future. Also, book a personal reading with me with the information down below if you're interested. What else? Oh, check the description box for channel songs as well. You'll love the channel songs for this pile or just in general. Check out other piles in the reading if you feel like another one called to you. But yeah, I feel like that is it. So this is all that I have. Thank you so much for spending time with me, Pile 4. And keep an eye out for more content in the future. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.